تو دیکھا آپ ہیں، قبر میں پہنچا تو دیکھا آپ ہیں، قبر میں پہنچا تو دیکھا آپ ہیں، بردارت آمد گدا تیرے سلام، بردارت آمد گدا تیرے سلام، ہو بلا
ہر دادا آپ ہیں، لا اختر کا داتا آپ ہیں، فائزان یکتا آپ ہیں.
Subhanallah, mashallah, very beautiful Naat Sharif by Brother Hamdan Khan Amjadi.
سبحان اللہ. نعرہ تکبیر، نعرہ رسالت، فیضان خواجہ.
Next, inshallah, I will recite a manqabat in the court of Sayyiduna Khawjah Ghareeb Nawaz, for whom we have dedicated this first mahfil. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept this and the praise that we do in the bargah, in the court of Sayyiduna Khawjah Muinuddin Chishti Ajmeri alayhi rahmah.
ابھی کیا کھولا ہوا، بند کرو اس کو،
صلی علی سیدنا و مولانا محمد معدن الجود
والیوم بند کرو اس کا.
منبع العلم والحلم والحکم وآلہ وبارک وسلم. There is a kalam written by Huzur Ustad Zaman, Shahanshah Sufan, Biradar Ala Hazrat Maulana Hassan Azhar Khan alayhi rahmah. Inshallah we will all recite that kalam together. خواجہ ہند وہ دربار والا تیرا کبھی محروم نہیں، مانگنے والا تیرا کبھی محروم نہیں، مانگنے والا تیرا. میں سرے جوش درا گوش ہے شیشہ تیرا، میں سرے جوش درا گوش ہے شیشہ تیرا، بے خودی چھائے نہ کیوں پی کے پیالہ تیرا، بے خودی چھائے نہ کیوں پی کے پیالہ تیرا. ہے تیری ذات عجب بحر حقیقت پیارے، ہے عجب ہے تیری ذات عجب بحر حقیقت پیارے، کسی تیراک نے پایا نہ کنارہ تیرا، کسی تیراک نے پایا نہ کنارہ تیرا.
سبحان اللہ.
تجھ کو بغداد سے حاصل وہ شان رفیع، تجھ کو بغداد سے حاصل ہوئی وہ شان رفیع، دنگ رہ جاتے ہیں سب دیکھ کے رتبہ تیرا، कदम लेते हैं शाह तेरा लिया सर पे कदम लेते हैं शाह तेरा मुहिय्यद्दीन गौस है और ख्वाजा मुईनुद्दीन है हसन क्यों ना हो महफूज अकीदा तेरा हसन क्यों ना हो महफूज अकीदा तेरा क्यों हसन हसन क्यों ना हो महफूज अकीदा तेरा।
वाह 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 समझ भाई मजा सुभान अल्लाह।
हसन ज़फ़ान अलैहि रहमतुल्लाह हुज़ूर उस्ताद ज़मान का ये कलाम था। अल्लाह सुब्हानहु व तआला ने जो
सुभान अल्लाह
शान और
सुभान
रुतबा हुज़ूर ख्वाजा मुईनुद्दीन चिश्ती अलैहि रहमत को अता फरमाया, अल्लाह सुब्हानहु व तआला उसका फैज़ हम सबको नसीब।
आमीन।
This was the kalam written by the brother of Sayyidi Ala Hazrat radiyallahu tabarak wa ta'ala anhu. And in order to understand this kalam, these words written by the brother of Sayyidi Ala Hazrat radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, we must first understand who it is that he was talking about. Hazrat Ustad Zaman, Shahanshah Sukhan, Maulana Hassan Zakhan alayhi rahmah, in his poetry he was discussing a very important personality of Islam and somebody who most of all has influenced the lives of us people that have come from India and Pakistan, those people of Bangladesh as well. Because Khawjah Muinuddin Chishti alayhi rahmah, this buzurg, this wali of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this was somebody who brought over 1,000 years ago, around about 1,000 years ago, this is an individual who brought 9 million people to Islam.
Subhanallah.
Now imagine a time in which there is no Facebook, there is no Twitter, there is no Instagram, there is no YouTube. So these means of communication that we have today, for you and I, if we want to spread the message of Islam, anybody, they have the opportunity, they have the choice to go and do that from the ease of their own homes, from the comfort of their own homes. All we have to do is open a Facebook account, start writing things about Islam, open a YouTube channel, start speaking about Islam. These are the only things that we have to do. It's become so comfortable and so easy for us to do all of these things. But Khawjah Muinuddin Chishti, in his time, in his era, where there is no such thing as internet, there's no such thing as email, there's no such thing as cell phones or phones even, these means of communication, they do not exist. But look at the work that he did in his time without all of these means of ease, and look at the work that we're doing today.
Subhanallah.
In his time, in which he did not have these means of communication, these means of ease, he brought 9 million people to Islam. And were these people that were impressed by the message of Islam? Were these people that were already close to the message of Islam? These were people who had not heard of Islam before. These individuals who lived in the Indian subcontinent, they had not heard the message of Islam before. If you see their history, if you see what they had followed, their belief system was the system of Hinduism. Now, if somebody, you say, was a Christian, he became a Muslim, this is easily understandable because the Christian individual, his belief system is that he has one God, he believes in one God, he believes in the prophets of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he believes in Sayyidina Adam alayhi salam, he believes the same thing that we do in terms of mostly how the world came about, how all of these things exist. Our beliefs and their beliefs are very similar and very in a lot of aspects. So when you tell them that the original form of Christianity is what Islam teaches today, then it's easy for them to understand the concepts that are taught in Islam. If you tell a Jewish individual that all of this stuff that you believe that was originally written in the Torah, that is what Islam preaches, but what is the problem with your faith is that you did not accept Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam and Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Their difference is only regarding two people at that point. So it's easy to understand that these individuals, they leave the religion of their forefathers. Those individuals who have always been Christian, those individuals who their forefathers have always been Jewish, it's a bit easier for them to leave that religion and come to the religion of Islam. But if you come to a system, if you come to a belief system who does not believe in one God, and they believe that gods are different kinds of animals, they believe in a whole nother ideology of how the earth came about, how everything went down, all of these things, and to see that Sayyiduna Khawjah Muinuddin Chishti alayhi rahmah brought 9 million of these people to Islam, this is not an easy matter.
Allahu Akbar.
And these people, they were much more loyal to their religion in those times. You know, the Quran Kareem, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says regarding Sayyiduna Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, يَعْرِفُونَهُ كَمَا يَعْرِفُونَ أَبْنَاءَهُم कि ये लोग इनको ऐसा पहचानते हैं कि जैसे ये अपने बच्चों को पहचानते हैं. These people, they recognize Sayyiduna Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam just as they recognize their own children. What does this mean? When a father has a child, he will never forget his child. No matter if he faces memory loss when he gets older, he will always know that this is my son, this is my daughter. And he will know that, you know, what his name is, what her name is. He will always know these things about his children. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying regarding the Jews and the Christians of that time, that يَعْرِفُونَهُ كَمَا يَعْرِفُونَ أَبْنَاءَهُمْ कि ये लोग इनको ऐसा पहचानते हैं कि जैसे ये अपने बच्चों को पहचानते हैं. They recognize him so much, just like they recognize their own children. So Sayyiduna Umar Farooq radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, he asked Hazrat Abdullah ibn Salam. Hazrat Abdullah ibn Salam, he was, before he became a Muslim, he was a Jew and he was an alim of the Jewish religion. Before he had become Muslim, he used to be a Jewish individual who was an alim of their religion. So Sayyiduna Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, when this is said about him, يَعْرِفُونَهُ كَمَا يَعْرِفُونَ أَبْنَاءَهُمْ, Sayyiduna Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he goes to Hazrat Abdullah ibn Salam radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and he says to him that this is what the Quran has revealed. What do you say about this? This is what the Quran says. The Quran is saying that when you guys, you Jewish people, you Christian people, you actually recognize Sayyiduna Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. तुम लोग पहचानते हो कि ये वही हैं कि जिनके बारे में तुम्हारी किताबों ने बयान फरमाया था. He is the individual that the Torah and the Bible spoke about. You recognize this. And it is as if it is so clear to you, like you recognize your own children. Is this, how is this? So Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Salam radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he stated that yes, but even more than this.
Subhanallah.
Yes, but even more than this. कि जब हमारी औलाद होती है, when we have children, our wives know better. हमारी बीवियों को ये बेहतर मालूम है कि ये किसकी औलाद है. तो हमें शक हो सकता है कि ये हमारी औलाद है या नहीं. Our wives know better if these children are actually ours or not.
वाह.
तो यहाँ पे शक की गुंजाइश है, लेकिन जब रसूल करीम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की बात आती है तो वहाँ पे शक की भी कोई गुंजाइश नहीं. When it comes to Sayyiduna Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there is no room for doubt at this point. So yes, it is true that we actually recognize Sayyiduna Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He is the one that our books talked about. The books that the Jewish people follow, the books that the Christians follow, they had already told these individuals that Sayyiduna Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was supposed to come. They told them the signs about Sayyiduna Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, what his birthmark would look like. They knew about these things. They recognized Sayyiduna Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. But when it comes to the Hindus, these are individuals who have not even been introduced to the existence of Sayyiduna Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And Khawjah Muinuddin Chishti alayhi rahmah, he is bringing 9 million of these people to Islam. 9 million of these people who are totally unaware of these concepts to the religion of Islam. And when you think about 9 million people in such a time coming to Islam, and then you put your focus towards the fact that Sayyiduna Khawjah Muinuddin Chishti alayhi rahmah, the way he carried out his mission, and he brought 9 million people to Islam,
Subhanallah.
then the people who became Muslim on his hands, their children were also Muslim. Their children were Muslim. So these individuals who were originally 9 million at once, they became much more than that. They spread throughout the entire world. If you see ulama coming from Pakistan and India, in the US today, in the UK today, most of the ulama that you are finding in today's day and age, they are being produced in either Pakistan or India. Pakistan has the highest rate of ulama being produced in the country.
Wow.
In any Arab country, any Afghani country, all of these countries, Pakistan is producing the most ulama.
Wow.
The quality of those ulama can be under discussion. If they're good ulama or not, this can be talked about. But the fact is that they are producing the most ulama. And this is the faiz of Sayyidina Khawjah Ghareeb Nawaz. So those individuals who go around and spread the message of Islam today from Pakistan and India, it is very likely that in the past it was their forefathers that had met Huzur Khawjah Ghareeb Nawaz alayhi rahmah, and they took the message of Islam from him at that time. This is the faiz of Huzur Khawjah alayhi rahmah. Now the question is that we have all received this faiz of Khawjah Ghareeb Nawaz alayhi rahmah, but whose faiz was Khawjah Ghareeb Nawaz alayhi rahmah working with?
Allah.
All this work that he did, Khawjah Ghareeb Nawaz, how did he go about doing this work? First of all, we find in the narrations of Sayyiduna Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Sayyiduna Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he states that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has stated. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in a hadith qudsi, he states, Man aadali waliyan faqad aadantuhu bil harb. That whoever becomes an enemy of my wali, whoever becomes an enemy of my wali, faqad aadantuhu bil harb, then I have announced war against that individual.
Wow, wow.
यानी जिसने मेरे वली से लड़ाई छेड़ी या अदावत रखी, फक़द आज़नतुहु बिल हर्ब, तो मैंने उसके खिलाफ जंग का ऐलान किया. This is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying. And this is why Sayyiduna Ala Hazrat Imam Ahl Sunnat radiyallahu tabarak wa ta'ala anhu, he states, aql hoti to khuda se ladai na lete. That these people that talk bad about Huzur Ghaus Azam, those people who talk bad about Huzur Khawjah Muhyiddin Chishti alayhi rahmah, these individuals, if they had aql hoti to khuda se na ladai lete, ye ghataएं उसे मंजूर बढ़ाना तेरा. These individuals, they try to lower the status of these buzurgan. They try to bring the status down of these buzurgan. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has already decided to raise the ranks of these buzurgan. This is the
Nare Takbir, Nare Risalat.
This is the decision made by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to raise their ranks. So, how did Khawjah Ghareeb Nawaz alayhi rahmah attain this status? Because he himself was a lover of the awliya. When Khawjah Ghareeb Nawaz expressed his love for the awliya, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted him such a crown that we still see shining today.
Subhanallah.
This was due to his love for the awliya. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had ordered Sayyiduna Ghaus Azam radiallahu ta'ala anhu to make this statement in public. Sayyiduna Ghaus Azam radiallahu ta'ala anhu and Sayyiduna Khawjah Ghareeb Nawaz, their eras, they match. Yani they were in the same era, they worked in the same era, in the same time period. So when Huzur Ghaus Azam radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he is ordered by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to say this in front of everybody, in the public. قَدَمِي هَذِهِ عَلَى رَقْبَةِ كُلِّ وَلِيِّ اللَّهِ. That this foot of mine, it is upon the neck of every wali of Allah. यानी हजरत गौस आज़म को ये हुक्म हुआ कि वो ऐलानिया तौर पे ये बयान करें कि मेरा कदम हर वली की गर्दन पर है. तो हजरत ख्वाजा गरीब नवाज, हुजूर ख्वाजा गरीब नवाज अलैहि रहमा, he was sitting very far in a whole other location, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala turned the attention of Khawjah Ghareeb Nawaz to that statement, that speech of Huzur Ghaus Azam radiallahu ta'ala anhu. So when Khawjah Ghareeb Nawaz heard this, you know, if you think of yourself as something big, and you don't respect the awliya of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you say that some human is going to put their foot on your neck, you're going to be insulted by this. You're going to feel insulted by this. How can you say, I'm a zahid, I'm muttaqi, I worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I spend all my time as namaz, I spend all my time fasting, all my days fasting, I worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala too. How does he get to say that his foot is on my neck? This is what somebody without respect of the awliya would say. But Khawjah Ghareeb Nawaz, being a wali himself, being somebody so close to the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself, he did not utter a word like this. He did not utter a word of disrespect. Rather, what he says is absolutely astonishing, and it teaches us the respect of the awliya. कि जब हुजूर गौसे आज़म ने ये बयान फरमाया कि क़दमी हादिही अला रक़बति कुल्ली वलिय्यिल्लाह, that this foot of mine is upon the necks of every wali of Allah, then Huzur Khawjah Ghareeb Nawaz, he stated, Bal ala ra'si wa aini. Rather, your foot is not only on my neck, Bal ala ra'si wa aini, it is even on my head and my eyes.
Subhanallah.
It is on my head, it is on my eyes. This was the response of Khawjah Ghareeb Nawaz at that time. And it was due to this statement that Huzur Ghaus Azam radiallahu ta'ala anhu gave him the crown of India. He said, you can go and become the king of India. You go and rule India. I have given you India, go and rule.
Subhanallah.
This love for the awliya is what gave all of us, what brought us this love of Sayyiduna Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. If Khawjah Ghareeb Nawaz alayhi rahmah had not done this work, then we do not know where we would be at this point. We do not know, even though, many of us are from a Sayyid family, we know that our lineage reaches back to Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, but would we have that same love for the awliya kiram living in Pakistan and India? It seems impossible for this to happen without the faiz of Khawjah Muinuddin Chishti alayhi rahmah. Sayyidi Ala Hazrat himself, radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he himself attributes the faiz that he has received to Khawjah Ghareeb Nawaz alayhi rahmah. The love for the awliya. And when I say the love for the awliya, this also means that you dedicate your love to the awliya that are alive today as well. Don't just read about the awliya that are in the books and say that we love them, and then the awliya who are alive and amongst us in today's day and age, we neglect them. Huzur Muhaddis Kabir, Huzur Qaid Millat, Mufti Asjad Raza Khan, Hafizahullah Ta'ala, Huzur Muhaddis Kabir, the son of Huzur Sadr Sharia, Hafizahullah Ta'ala. These individuals, these are amongst the awliya of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we need to dedicate our love to them. We need to dedicate ourselves to their missions as well. We have started the center with the azm, the intention to serve Islam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala aid us on this path. As I mentioned earlier, that this center has begun. The work in this center, inshallah, every Friday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. we will have a dars here in which all of the community can gather. All of the community can come, ask questions. They can talk regarding different masail, things that are bothering them, that are messing with their thoughts. All of these kinds of things, they can come 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Friday. They can come and discuss these kinds of things. Any kind of questions that they have, they can discuss those. They can ask those questions. Anybody can come, inshallah. On Monday through Thursday, starting this Monday, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., there's going to be classes, any kind of classes, adults, children, whoever wants to join, they can come and join those classes if they want to learn about the farz ulum. Many people, they think that they know those things that are farz, but it's sad that many individuals do not recognize those things which are farz. Whether or not our namaz or salah is even counting, we do not know. Many people, they do sajda wrong, they are performing their actions in salah wrong, and we need to know these kinds of things. Do not ever think that our time for learning has gone. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has always given us the ability to go and learn more about Islam. And we should dedicate our time to those things. If we gather and we talk about Huzur Ghaus Azam radiallahu ta'ala anhu, Huzur Ghaus Azam radiallahu ta'ala anhu, many people, they try to be Sufis and represent themselves as Sufis. But Huzur Ghaus Azam radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he has stated, Darastul ilma hatta sirtu qutba, that I studied ilm. I read books I studied ilm hatta sirtu qutba, until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made me a qutb. I studied until that point in my life. So it is needed, if Huzur Ghawse Azam radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he is saying that he studied to get that rank, we cannot attain that rank just by listening to stories about Huzur Ghawse Azam. Khawjah Muinuddin Chishti alayhi rahmah, he studied and then he took around the message of Islam. It is necessary for all of us to study, no matter who we are, no matter what our age. It is necessary for us to learn. And in order to learn these messages that were given to us by Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that were given to us by the awliya, this work that Sayyidina Khawjah Ghareeb Nawaz alayhi rahmah, that he did, he brought 9 million people to Islam. Imagine the effort that he put into it. Imagine the time that he sacrificed for those things. We need to make our mind that we have to sacrifice either time, wealth, our efforts towards the path of Islam. We cannot continue moving forward like this, in which everybody just thinks that kaam chal raha hota rahega. This is not, many people have the idea that Allah ka kaam hai, Allah kara dega. This is not the way that we should think. We should be thinking that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will only aid us if we want those things from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if we want those things from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then we will struggle for those things. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ne rizq bhi mutayyin farmaya hai, lekin har koi kaam karta rehta hai jab tak wo thak ke ghar pe aake so jata hai. They think that, if I don't work, I won't get the rizq. And the same way you should be thinking for the deen. If you don't work, you will not get the results that you are looking for.
Allah.
We have to work. We have to work for Islam. And everybody has to put in time. Everybody has to put in efforts. This organization of Muslim Dreamers, it is not mine, it is not Maulana Asad, it is not Maulana Salman's. It belongs to none of us. It belongs to you all. This organization is something which is solely for the sake of Islam and spreading the message of Sayyidi Ala Hazrat, the Shair of Huzur Taj Sharia radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, ke jahan mein aam paygam Shaykh Ahmad Raza kar de, palat kar piche de ke phir se tajdeed wafa kar de. This is the mission of Muslim Dreamers. This is the only mission of Muslim Dreamers. Muslim Dreamers does not belong to any one of us three. And the work that we do for Muslim Dreamers, this is only by the tawfiq that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to us. If you all want to work for Muslim Dreamers, you have to put a foot ahead. You have to come. You have to lead. Everybody has to have those leadership qualities in them. They have to take a step forward. Everybody sees what needs to go on. Everybody's an idea machine. Everybody knows how to give ideas, but we don't need people to give ideas. We need people to do work. Sayyidi Ala Hazrat radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, we are doing this for his mission. Whether we live, whether we don't live, this mission inshallah will continue, but it has to happen if the community comes together and does that work. If you want the future generations to take the name of Khawjah Ghareeb Nawaz and Huzur Ghawse Azam radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma, like we take it today, then we have to do this work. This is very important. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us all to do this work, to continue this work, and whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taken from us, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us always to remain humble and allow us always to stay in the state of mind that we have done nothing. We have done nothing for this organization. We have done nothing for Islam, but we need to do something. If we want to save the future generations, if we want to save the generations of today, it is needed for us to do something about Islam. It is a requirement from all of us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take the work of Islam from us. This dars inshallah will continue every Friday. If anybody has any questions, they can ask those questions. An open question and answer session inshallah will continue as well, so you can ask questions if you need to.
You have any program coming soon?
Yes, inshallah. Every Friday there's going to be a dars, not only for youth, for adults as well. And Monday through Thursday, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. inshallah. Any type of classes. Anybody wants to become an alim, they can come learn alim course, hafiz course, nazra. They just want to learn Arabic, they want to learn fiqh masail, whatever. We are here to serve them.
9 to?
4 p.m. to 7 p.m. every Monday to Thursday.
What about the Ahmed?
They can come. 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Just bring them. We are here to serve the community, inshallah. This is a place. We have taken this place, this basement on.
Are you ready, Ahmed? Inshallah, say.
And inshallah, whatever it is, you guys can come. The whole community, they can come. You will find the scholars of the community, inshallah.
मैं आपकी एक बात से बड़ा मतलब खुश हुआ कि हम सब यही कह रहे हैं, अरे यार दीन का काम है, अल्लाह का काम है, ले ले। मतलब हम लोग कोई एफर्ट नहीं कर रहे हैं, तुम मेरा काम कर रहे हैं, खा रहे हैं, पीना सो रहे हैं। मतलब यही आप कहना चाह रहे हैं ना, हम अपने बच्चों को मतलब दें इधर मुस्लिम के साथ ज्वाइन करें। This is the mean, right?
This is what it means, that just how we give attention to earning a sustenance for our homes, we put time in, we put effort in, we tire ourselves out for the sake of what our children are going to eat. We also have to put the same amount of effort, if not more, for the sake of the thought that what are our children going to believe. There's what are our children going to eat, and then what will our children believe. We have to worry about both things.
The Hifz class is for Monday to Friday, right?
Monday to Thursday.
Monday to Thursday. Every day?
Every day.
Okay.
And people could pick their own schedule.
Yeah, I'll pick my
Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, all 4 days.
So only 1 hour class, right?
1 hour.
Inshallah. I'll put Ahmad.
Nazla, there's Nazla, yani Quran Sharif, Qaida, whatever. There's Hifz,
Musa, you come to Qaida? Say Inshallah.
everything. And if somebody wants to do the Alim course, somebody wants to learn Arabic, they could come study Arabic. If somebody wants to learn about Nikah, if somebody wants to get married, so they want to learn the rules of Nikah, they come learn about Nikah. And at the same time, this is going to be here as a Darul Ifta too. So any fatwa service, inshallah, under the
Subhanallah.
guidance of the Mufti Kiram, we're going to issue fatwa from here too, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Good.
بھائی دعا کرنا نہیں آپ
خاص دعا کریں
خاص
کہ جو انہوں نے رینٹ پہ لے لیا ہے.
ہاں کیونکہ یہاں ماشاء اللہ سے بچوں نے بڑا ان کی جو ہے آپ کی دعا اللہ
اعوذ باللہ من الشیطان الرجیم بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم رب العالمین پاک پروردگار ہمارے مالک ہمارے خالق ہمارے رازق تیری توفیق سے ہم دنیا جمع ہوئے رب العالمین پاک پروردگار جو ذکر ہوا تیرے نبی کا رب العالمین پاک پروردگار دربار پاک میں سے قبول فرما
آمین
رب العالمین ذکر کی برکتیں اور رحمتیں ہم سب پر نازل فرما
آمین
رب العالمین پاک پروردگار میرے مالک میرے خالق تو رحم کرنے والا تو فضل کرنے والا میرے مولا تیرے نام سچا ہے تیرے نام اونچا ہے تیرے نام سب سے بڑا تیرے نام کی برکت تو ہی خالق کی کائنات ہے تو ہی مالک کی کائنات تو ہی ہمارا مالک تو ہی ہمارا خالق تو ہی ہمارا رازق تو ہی ہمارا پروردگار تو ہی معبود برحق کر بے شک تو ہی عبادت کے لائق اور تو وحدہ شریک ہے نبی صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم تیرے آخری فرمان رب العالمین تیری ذات و صفات میں کوئی شریک نہیں نہ تجھ سے کوئی پیدا ہے نہ تو کسی سے پیدا تو ہی ہر چیز کا غالب ہے تو ہی ہر چیز کا قادر تو ہی پیدا کرنے والا تو ہی مارنے والا تو ہی لینے والا تو ہی دینے والا تیرے ہاتھ میں ہماری زندگی اور تیرے ہاتھ میں ہماری موت تو نے ہمیں پیدا کیا تیری طرف میں لوٹ کر آنا رب العالمین تیری شان بڑی اعلیٰ اور فاح تیری ذات جو ہمیشہ قائم و دائم رہنے والی ہے ہر چیز نے فنا ڈالا ہے رب العالمین جب جہاں میں کچھ نہ تھا یہ زمین و آسمان چاند ستارے تو تیری ذات تھی بے شک ایک دن یہ سب کچھ نہیں ہوگا تو تیری ذات ہوگی رب العالمین تیرے حکم سے پانی میں میٹھا پن ہے اور پانی میں کھارا پن تیرے حکم سے پانی میں منبر کی لکڑی ڈوبتی ہے ایک معمولی سا کنکر ڈوب جاتا ہے تیرے حکم سے سورج میں روشنی اور چاند ستاروں میں چمک تیرے حکم سے دن نکلتا ہے تیرے حکم سے رات ہوتی ہے تو چاہے تو دن کو رات کرتے اور رات کو دن سب کچھ تیرے قبضہ قدرت
بے شک
رب العالمین پاک پروردگار میرے مالک تیرے حکم سے اس مردہ زمین سے اناج نکلتا ہے ایک معمولی سا بیج زمین کا سینہ چیر کے نکل آتا ہے بڑا سا درخت بنتا ہے پھل کرتے ہیں پھول نکلتے ہیں تیرے حکم سے پھولوں میں خوشبو ہے اور پھلوں میں مٹھاس ہے رب العالمین تیرے حکم سے موسم بدلتے ہیں تیرے حکم سے ہوائیں چلتی ہیں رب العالمین پاک پروردگار میرے مالک میرے خالق تیرے حکم سے برف پڑتی ہے تیرے حکم سے ایک ہرا بھرا درخت سوکھ کے لکڑی بن جاتا ہے
بے شک
پھر تیرے حکم سے ہرا بھرا آ جاتا ہے رب العالمین زمین و آسمان کے درمیان میں جو کچھ ہے سب کچھ تیرا
بے شک
تو ہی سب کچھ تیرا ہی سب کچھ
بے شک
تجھ سے سب کچھ
بے شک
رب کائنات تیری رحمتوں کا شمار کیا تیری وسعتوں کا حساب کیا تو وہ ہے جو مشکل کو بھی مشکلوں میں ڈال دے تو ڈوبتے ہوئے سورج کو دوبارہ نکال دے تیرا رحم تیرا کرم تیرا فضل ہم سب کی مصیبتوں کو ڈال دے
آمین
رب العالمین پاک پروردگار بے شک تو رحیم ہے تو کریم ہے رب العالمین پاک پروردگار میرے مالک میرے خالق میرے رازق تیرے احسانات ہم سب پر بہت ہیں میرے مالک ہم تیرے احسانات کا شکر نہیں ادا کر سکتے رب العالمین پاک پروردگار میرے مالک تو ہی مالک ہے تو ہی خالق تو ہی بادشاہ رب العالمین پاک پروردگار یہ تیری شان ہے کہ تو نے ہمیں ایک معمولی قطرے سے پیدا کیا رب العالمین بے شک یہ تیری شان ہے کہ ہماری آنکھیں دیکھتی ہیں ہمارے کان سنتے ہیں ہمارا دل دھڑکتا ہے ہمارے پیٹ کے اندر سینکڑوں چیزیں اندھیرے میں کام کر رہی ہوتی ہیں رب العالمین پاک پروردگار ایک ایک چیز قیمتی ہے رب العالمین ایک ایک چیز اپنے اپنے کام پہ لگی ہے رب العالمین بے شک ہر چیز تیرے حکم کے تابع ہے
بے شک
رب العالمین پاک پروردگار ہمارے بچوں کے ہمارے خاندان کے دل بھی تیرے ہاتھ میں ہے رب العالمین پاک پروردگار تو اپنے کرم و فضل سے ہم سب کے دلوں کو دین کی طرف پھیر دے.
آمین.
رب العالمین پاک پروردگار ہمارے بچیوں کو رب العالمین دین پہ چلنا ان کے لیے آسان کر دے.
آمین.
رب العالمین پاک پروردگار میرا مالک میرا خالق نماز کا پڑھنا آسان کر دے.
آمین.
رب کائنات دین کا سیکھنا آسان کر دے.
آمین.
رب العالمین یہ جو بچے کوشش کر رہے ہیں تو اپنے کرم و فضل سے ان کو کامیابی عطا فرما.
آمین.
رب العالمین پاک پروردگار سینکڑوں نعمتیں اور رحمتیں نازل فرما.
آمین.
ان کو رب العالمین اس کام کے لیے آسانی پیدا فرما.
آمین.
رب العالمین پاک پروردگار اور بچوں کی اور ماں باپ کی جو عادت کے رب العالمین پاک پروردگار دین سکھائے.
آمین.
رب العالمین پاک پروردگار اس میں آسانی پیدا فرما.
آمین.
رب کائنات تو اگر اس مسئلے کو آسان کرے تو کوئی رب العالمین اس کو مشکل نہیں کر سکتا. رب العالمین تو رحیم ہے تو کریم ہے. میرے پیارے رب ہم سب کے لیے آسانی پیدا فرما.
آمین.
ہم سب کے لیے آسانی پیدا فرما. رب العالمین ہم میں سے جو پریشان ہے اس کی پریشانی کو دور فرما.
آمین.
بیمار ہے اس کی بیماری کو دور فرما.
آمین.
جو قرض دار ہے اس کے قرضوں کی ادائیگی میں مدد فرما. رب العالمین پاک پروردگار میرا مالک میرا خالق جو ہمارے عزیز دوست رشتہ دار ہیں سب کی بیماری کو دور فرما.
آمین.
رب العالمین پاک پروردگار میرے مالک میرا خالق میرے رازق میرے مولا تو ہمارے اس برکتیں عطا فرما.
آمین.
تو ہماری کمائی میں برکتیں عطا فرما.
آمین.
رب العالمین تو ہم سب کے گناہ کبیرہ صغیرہ کو معاف فرما.
آمین.
ہم سب کو قبر کے عذاب سے بچا.
آمین.
جہنم کی آگ سے بچا.
آمین.
برکت تیرے دربار میں اپنے جوار رحمت میں جگہ عطا فرما.
آمین.
پیارے نبی صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم کی شفاعت نصیب فرما. جنت الفردوس میں جگہ عطا فرما.
آمین.
رب العالمین پاک پروردگار جو ہمارے عزیز دوست رشتہ داری کی سے سب کی قبروں کو اپنے نور سے منور فرما.
آمین.
سب کو جنت الفردوس میں اعلیٰ سے اعلیٰ مقام عطا فرما.
آمین.
رب کائنات ہمیں مانگنا نہیں آتا تو اپنے کرم و فضل سے عطا فرما. رب العالمین پاک پروردگار میرا مالک جو مانگا وہ بھی عطا فرما جو نہیں مانگا وہ بھی عطا فرما. رب العالمین پیارے نبی صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم کے صدقہ جلیل سے ہماری دعاؤں کو قبول فرما.
آمین.
رب العالمین کے صدقے ہماری دعاؤں کو قبول فرما.
آمین.
حضور صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم کے نوازوں کے صدقے ہماری دعاؤں کو قبول فرما. کچھ رہے نہ رہے امیر یہ دعا ہے کہ نزاکت
ثاقب کی بچی بیمار ہے.
رب العالمین پاک پروردگار جو ثاقب کی بچی بیمار ہے اپنے کرموں سے تندرستی اور صحت کے ساتھ عمر دوام عطا فرما.
آمین.
کچھ رہے نہ رہے امیر یہ دعا ہے کہ نزاکت وقت سلامت ہمارا ایمان رہے. جب تمہیں واپسی ہو یا اللہ سامنے ہو جلوہ رسول اللہ اور ہم سب کے لبوں پر ہو لا الہ الا اللہ لا الہ الا اللہ لا الہ الا اللہ
محمد رسول اللہ صلی اللہ تعالیٰ علیہ محمد. صلاۃ و سلام نعمان بھائی. جانی رحمت بلا کو سلام ہدایت بلا کو سلام باب نبوت بے حد درود وجہ باب نبوت بے حد درود وجہ باب نبوت بے حد درود نور رسالت بلا کو سلام جانے رحمت بلا کو سلام مزم ہدایت بلا کو سلام یار دار حرم یار دار حرم یار حرم تاجدار حرم ہر شفاعت بلا کو سلام جان رحمت بلا کو سلام بز میں ہدایت بلا کو سلام
خواجہ رضا حمید و مصطفیٰ غوث
خواجہ لاکھوں سلام، محشر میں جب ان کی آمد ہو اور یہ سب ان کی شوکت پہ لاکھوں سلام، مجھ سے خدمت کے قدسی کہیں ہاں رضا، مجھ سے خدمت کے قدسی کہیں ہاں رضا، مصطفیٰ جان رحمت پہ لاکھوں سلام، شمع بز میں ہدایت پہ لاکھوں سلام۔
والسلام عليك يا رسول الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا سيدي يا حبيب الله. اللهم ربنا تقبل منا هذه الصلاة والسلام على نبينا صلى الله تعالى عليه وسلم، واجعل آخر كلماتنا لا إله إلا الله.
وزن فرمائے پھر کیا فرما رہا ہے؟ ادھر دیکھو غدن فرمائیے چھوٹے بھائی، وہ بڑے بھائی تھے جنہوں نے دعا کرائی تھی، اور جو مسلم ڈریمر کے جو پلان ہیں تو اس میں انشاءاللہ تعالیٰ جو ہے آپ لوگ پھر انشاءاللہ بات ہوتی، دعاؤں میں یاد رکھیں۔ السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ۔